Human service integration is built on the fundamental principle that people need to be the center of both the planning and administration of human services. Clients' needs and expectations should be the primary consideration for planners, funders, and decision makers. Each year, OMSA presents local municipal champion awards to recognize the great work done by teams from amongst the CMSM and DSAB staff across the province. In 2011, there was a strong focus put on the community initiatives that are having great success demonstrating the principles of human services integration.
It became clear to me that there was a significant part of the conversation that wasn't happening, and it was about the people. I think there was a change, though, in the government where in places to grow where they started to talk about the people, and you're going to have to plan for people. It became evident that there was a need to start to plan for the people. So it was still there was sort of around the infrastructure, how many rec centers, how many libraries. So why am I doing it? It's back to why I love my city and why I do what I do. It's in our human services business. For me, it's the call to action document. It's the plea for help document. It's the legacy piece that we have to do on behalf of our community. So we then put together a group, and the result of that was the Playbook, because we soon figured out that we're going to have to learn how to play differently around this because we don't own it. And we had our chair, Paul Johnson, who happened to be a basketball referee, and therefore the whole context of the Playbook, which was brilliant in terms of its ability to be understandable, in terms of if you're going to play together in the sandbox, this is how you've got to play. And so this is the moves, this is the, he charted it out just like you're on a play court, a football field. This is the information, this is how you have to plan together, etc. So we came up with the plan book, which is just the beginning stage in terms of if you're going to do this work, how are you going to do it in an integrated fashion with the community around human services. The next light bulb was you would never build a road if you didn't understand what the state of the road was. We in the human services sector have no understanding of what the state of our human services infrastructure is. Why would you plan for infrastructure if you don't know what you got? I sat around the table one late night and we've decided that we've got a crisis. We have a crisis that's no less than the crisis in the hard infrastructure, but unless we can start to quantify it and talk about it like the people in the hard infrastructure areas do, we'll get nowhere. So that's the human services integrated planning that Hamilton's doing. I think it's leading edge, and I think it will set the stage for us to have a voice where we need to have a voice on behalf of the citizens in our community.
Well, I've got a really great story to share with you today. We're here in my parents' home. This is Lloyd and Lois, and it's anybody's parents. This is your parents anywhere in the province. So we partnered with the Community Care Access Program about a year ago to start what's called Community Referral EMS. And what that's real simply about is when somebody calls for 911 and they need an ambulance, but they have some other needs that are better met by some other service, then the paramedics refer that those individuals to those other services. So working example, a woman who in another part of the city continued to fall, and I can tell you my parents are in that category. And this woman kept calling for the ambulance, and that was prior to having the CREMS program. Then once we started the CREMS program, she fell, the paramedics responded. That happened 3 times in 24 hours. They referred the lady to the CREMS program. That launched the Community Care Access to put her into a Falls Clinic program, and we haven't picked her up since, and we've since visited her, and she's in great health and they solved the falls issue. To date, we've referred 400 people to other services, and so we were seeing some remarkable results. So it improves the quality of life for those individuals that we refer. The other thing it helps us do is reduce our call volume. Often these are persons that call us frequent basis, so it helps us be available for the other life-threatening emergencies that we respond to. We've started to integrate that with community services, public health, police services, and other agencies using the Human Services Plan initiative to help guide our planning processes for the future.